Hello everybody and welcome back to another new video. It's me, Will, and this one's gonna be all about the new Green Day record, Saviors. That's finally gonna come out late next week on Friday. As you can tell, I'm super excited about that new album. I loved what I heard so far as the singles that have been released of the new record, and it's by far my most anticipated album of the year. So I was able to go to one of the listening parties that they had at select record stores here in the US, where they were playing the whole record a week before its release. So in this video, I'm going to give you kind of like my first impressions / initial thoughts about the new album Saviors after a first listen. And I'm going to show you all the stuff that I got at the record store as well during the listening party. But first, a quick shout out to DJ Trish. I finally got her new mixes, her new mixed CDs, Christmas 2023 as well as Rocktober 2023. Thank you so much, Trish, for sending these ones out. The Christmas one is a little bit late for the Christmas season, but she was feeling a little bit under the weather during the holidays, so she sent this one a little bit late. I'm glad that you're feeling better, Trish, and I really appreciate this one. I'm definitely going to be spinning this one in the Christmas 2024. And I also got Rocktober from her. Here's the track list. A classic mix from DJ Trish. She is so good at putting together mixed CDs. I also got a really nice Christmas card from her with a flamingo wearing a Santa hat. I love this picture. Thank you so much, Trish. Oh, and she also included one of her new business cards / stickers that look very professional. Really cool looking sticker, DJ Trish. I'll put a link here in the description in case you haven't subscribed to DJ Trish. Although I'm sure most of my subscribers already have subscribed to DJ Trish. But anyways, the link is in the description. All right, let's talk some Saviors. The new Green Day record, again, is going to come out next week on Friday. My local record store, Criminal Records, was having one of the listening parties yesterday, and this is the kind of record store that knows what they're doing when it comes to these types of events, right? This is the record store to go for big events like Record Store Day and listening parties and signings and things like that. And they had a lot of promotional material, posters of the band in the entrance. Also, they had kind of like in the back of the store, they had the picture of the album cover, but without the kid holding the rock in the front of the picture. So you can stand there pretending to be the kid in the picture. So that was really fun to get a picture taken there. And they were giving away some swag. Of course, I got this Green Day Saviors wristband. I'm not sure if you were supposed to put this one on, but I just kept it as a souvenir. I'm really loving the color in this new era of Green Day. The pink, bright pink and black. Reminds me a little bit of the Ramones. I also got this, I don't know if you'll be able to see it there, but it's a little button. I don't know if I can get it there to focus, but it says Green Day and Saviors. And this right here was the highlight for me to pick up as far as the swag. They had like a little zine with all the lyrics for the entire record and additional artwork. This looks amazing, and it was great to have this one during the listening party because while you were listening to the record, you could read through the lyrics. So it was almost like having all the artwork for the new album in front of you, even though the record hasn't officially come out yet. So you get all the songs with artwork and the entire lyrics of all the tracks, and at the end, a picture of the band and a quote from the very last song. I think the last song is Fancy Sauce. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Fancy Sauce. Great looking zine, high quality as well, and a small poster of the band, Green Day Saviors. Really looking the look of the band there with the shades. Really cool poster, and again the pink here, it's so reminiscent of the Ramones logo with the pink and black and white. Looks great. But yeah, shout out also to Criminal Records because this is the record store that really knows how to do this kind of things. They were also giving away a few t-shirts that they got, but they only got 4, and the record store was packed of Green Day fans, so I wasn't able to get one of the 4 t-shirts. All right, so let's talk about the music from Saviors. First of all, this is not going to be a full review of the record. Of course, after just one listen at the record store, it's going to be very difficult to make a full review of the album. I'm going to save that for a later video when the record actually comes out. This is just going to be my very high-level first impressions of Saviors. And by the way, the record store was actually very busy. It was really crowded, and there were people shopping and talking to each other. Not only from Green Day fans wanting to hear the record, there were also a lot of people just shopping there. So it was a little bit difficult to pay full attention to all the music from Saviors. But anyways, this is going to be my first stab at my kind of like a first impressions of the album. Anyways, Saviors from Green Day. I do believe this is the best Green Day record since American Idiot came out back in 2004. And I believe this is the Green Day record that a lot of Green Day fans have been waiting for. This is something that is a lot more reminiscent to Dookie than any of the records that have come out since Revolution Radio came out. It's very catchy. Lots of the songs are very melodic, very anthemic, very fun. Very, very similar to the music from Dookie, maybe combined with some of the melodies from the trilogy from 2012, the Uno, Dos, Tres trilogy. It is that kind of vibe that you're getting from the songs from Saviors. There are maybe 2 or 3 slower tracks. There's definitely one clear ballad that is Father to a Son, which is a very sweet song that I believe Billy Joe wrote about his late dad. And there's a couple of other love songs that are slower in nature that are actually very, very good and very sweet. The second track in the album was one of the highlights, Bobby Socks, which it could have been written back when he was a teenager. It's kind of like that classic Billy Joe love song. He's just so good at writing those songs about his wife. Very sweet type of love song, but it also has its upbeat sides. You know, it starts kind of slow, but then it moves on to more melodic and fun and more fast-paced kind of energy later on in the track. It has several songs like that. I would say maybe like 2 or 3 songs like that. The highlights of the record, to me, are the faster-paced ones, particularly the song called 1981, which has been played by the band live in the last few shows. Banger of a song. Absolutely love that track. It is so exciting to hear Green Day put together a song like this because it's just such a Green Day song. Very melodic, very catchy, but it still keeps a lot of those punk elements in that track. And I don't know, I just love hearing Billy Joe sing like that. With that kind of energy that is just so reminiscent to Dookie. That song could have easily been part of the Dookie record from 1994. Absolutely love that track. I also love that song that was also released before on streaming, One-Eyed Bastard. A great track with a great guitar riff. And of course the singles that came out before from the record, The American Dream is Killing Me, which I made a full video about that track, as well as Look Ma, No Brain. I love that track, very Ramones type of song. So overall, the record is fast-paced, it's very melodic and very catchy. There are some darker sides in the record, particularly in the song Coma City. This one right here, which is clearly a song about a school shooting. It has a very dark theme, but the music has a very high contrast to the lyrics that Billy Joe is saying here in this song. Because obviously it's not a happy song. It's actually pretty dark and very pessimistic and very, very serious type of song. But the music is actually pretty melodic, so you can see a little bit of a contrast there. And there's another song here that was a little bit darker like that too. Or I wouldn't call it darker, I would just call it slower and more pessimistic in nature. This one right here called Strange Days Are Here to Stay. And very interesting track where Billy Joe really talks about the current state of our society and his pessimistic view about that, about everything, just the society in general. Now, yes, I do love this record so far after the first listen. This record, however, is not perfect. I think that the weakest points in the album are the very last 2 tracks, which is ironically the title track, Saviors. This one right here, which they have kind of like a artwork similar to that Crass album. And the very last song in the record, Fancy Sauce. Saviors is kind of like just a forgettable type of tune. Well, at least from my first impression of the song, it just seems to drag a little bit. I didn't like it that much. It was definitely my least favorite song on the record. And then the last song, Fancy Sauce. I thought this was a good song. However, it was a little bit underwhelming. Green Day is known usually for having really strong songs as their last track of the record. They can be fast songs or they can be slow songs. I'm thinking of Prosthetic Head from Nimrod, a great, powerful song, or Macy's Day Parade from Warning, kind of like a slower ballad to keep on in that kind of vibe at the end. Or I'm thinking of What's Her Name, an extremely powerful track, kind of like a Loud, Quiet, Loud type of song from American Idiot. These are usually songs that make a statement, that put some emphasis at the very end of the album. I don't think Fancy Sauce does that in this record. I thought it was a good song, but it was just a little bit underwhelming. It's one of those kind of tracks that just tends to drag a little bit. So I was just a little bit unimpressed by the very ending of the record. I wish they had ended up with a different, more upbeat maybe kind of song. But anyways, overall I thought this was a fantastic record. I really look forward to hearing it in its entirety. Finally, when I get it on my hands on vinyl, I actually pre-ordered it on vinyl and on CD, so I'm going to be getting both versions of Saviors next week, and I'm for sure going to be making at least a couple of videos about that in the future. But yeah, that's my initial thoughts about Green Day Saviors. Let me know in the comments if you went to one of the listening parties where you live, and let me know your thoughts about Saviors in the comments. So, before ending the video, of course, I was at the record store. I had to pick up at least one album. I was in a little bit of a budget, so I just went with one record. This one really caught my attention because I've been listening to Sirius XM on satellite radio for a while on my car, and whenever I hear this band, I always pay attention. I picked up this record from Big Thief. This one's called Two Hands, and it came out in 2019 on 4AD Records. I'm a little bit late at getting into the Big Thief bandwagon, but I love this album. So powerful, great indie rock from the Brooklyn-based band. I mean, with a gatefold with the lyrics, and this one just came in on standard black vinyl with the custom labels. So impressed with this one. I'm definitely going to have to get some of their older records as well. And I think they came out with a new record back in 2022, so I have to pick that one as well. Super catchy, or I wouldn't call it catchy particularly. I guess it can be a little bit melodic in some of the songs, but the vocals from the singer in this band, her voice is just absolutely beautiful. Combined with the very powerful guitars, makes to excellent music from Big Thief. Definitely check it out in case you haven't, but I'm sure most people in the VC have checked out the music from Big Thief. Again, this one's called Two Hands. But yeah, that was my only pickup from the record store while I was there, aside from all the free swag that I got at the listening party. Anyways, as I said before, let me know in the comments what you think about Saviors if you went to the listening parties, or let me know if you listen to just the singles that are out from the record. Let me know your thoughts about Saviors so far in the comments. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye-bye.